Have you ever danced to a song that dominated the dance floors in 1978, only to find the artist faded from the spotlight? These tracks ruled with infectious beats, each carrying a story of brief but powerful fame. From a hit that waited 2 years to climb the charts, to an anthem revived by a movie soundtrack. Can you guess which songs made the list? Stay tuned and see if you can name these 1978 disco one-hit wonders. Emotion by Samantha sang grabbed attention with its soulful tone and poignant lyrics, standing apart from the era's upbeat disco hits. While dance floors pulsed with energy, this ballad offered a quiet, emotional escape that drew listeners in. How did Samantha Sang, not a widely known name, push this song to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100? The secret lies in the genius of Barry and Robin Gibb from the Bee Gees, who wrote the track. Barry's falsetto harmonies and personal guidance in the studio gave it a signature depth, blending seamlessly with Sang's powerful delivery. His hands-on approach polished every detail, making the song resonate deeply with fans. Interestingly, Emotion was considered for Saturday Night Fever, but found a home in the 1978 film The Stud, adding a layer of cultural impact. Its ability to connect emotionally kept it alive, and Destiny's Child's 2001 cover brought it to a new generation, proving its lasting appeal. That raw feeling turned Emotion into a memorable hit, showing how one song can leave a mark. Now, let's shift gears to another 1978 track that captured a completely different side of disco, one that made you want to stay out on the dance floor. I Love the Nightlife by Alicia Bridges became a disco staple with its vibrant rhythm and carefree spirit. Unlike many tracks of the era that leaned on intense beats, this one offered pure fun and a sense of liberation, packing dance floors across the globe. It soared to number 5 on Billboard's Hot 100, and its success wasn't just a fluke. Alicia Bridges co-wrote the song, infusing it with lyrics that celebrate the thrill of nightlife and the magic of club lights. Her personal touch and bold flair made it stand out, creating an instant connection with listeners who felt the same urge to live for the night. It also hit the top 10 in Australia, Belgium, Canada, the Netherlands, and South Africa, proving its worldwide appeal. Years later, in 1994, it gained a second life through the adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. The film's themes of freedom and individuality paired perfectly with the song's message, cementing its status as a timeless anthem for many. That lasting cultural impact shows its true strength, far beyond a one-hit wonder label. Now, let's move to another unforgettable sound from 1978 that lit up the scene in its own explosive way. Disco Inferno by the Trammps became a defining sound of 1978, largely due to its standout role in the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. Although it debuted in 1976, it only cracked the pop charts in '78 thanks to the film, reaching number 11 on the Hot 100. As their sole top 40 pop hit in the US, it marked a unique moment of mainstream success for the group. Written by Ron Kersey and Leroy Green, it paints a vivid picture of a club consumed by rhythm and soul. The lyrics and driving beat pull you into the heat of a wild night, embodying disco's raw energy. Music journalist Ron Wynn praised Ellis's booming vocals for capturing disco's fiery atmosphere, a quality that made the track both celebrated and controversial among music fans. Its power went beyond just chart numbers. Tied closely to Saturday Night Fever, the song became a symbol of disco's peak, earning a permanent spot in music history. Its cultural weight, fueled by the film's massive reach, transformed it into one of the genre's most recognized anthems. That connection ensured it would resonate for decades. Now, let's shift to a different kind of energy, a track with a hook so basic, yet so gripping, it took the world by storm. Let's All Chant by the Michael Zager Band topped disco charts in January 1978 and ruled in 24 countries. Its basic, catchy chant pulled people onto dance floors everywhere, proving that sometimes the simplest ideas make the biggest impact. How did this track claim the #1 spot on the Billboard disco charts? The concept came from Jerry Love, a former A&R head who heard New York club crowds chanting "ooh-ah, ooh-ah" to amp up the vibe. And Michael Zager, initially hesitant, jokingly told his collaborator, "I'm gonna kill you if this isn't a hit." That playful challenge paid off, with lines like hey, let's all chant. The song became an instant success, urging everyone to join in the rhythm. Michael Zager himself viewed this as the pinnacle of his career as a producer and composer, even though more chart-topping hits didn't follow. What made it stand out was its focus on shared movement. Lyrics like "your body, my body, everybody work your body" captured the communal joy of dancing, connecting with listeners worldwide. That global groove set the stage for a Latin funk fusion in our next track. Let's keep the rhythm going with a sound that brought a bold, fresh edge to the scene. Get Off by Foxy climbed to number 9 on Billboard's Hot 100 and led the soul chart for 2 weeks. This high-energy hit fused disco with funk, delivering a sound that got everyone moving with its undeniable groove. Unlike many pure disco tracks of the time, Foxy offered something bold and different that stood out. With roots in Miami, Foxy infused Latin and Cuban influences into the track, giving the percussion and rhythm a distinctive flavor. Those Latin touches, heard in the percussion and guitar patterns, made it stand out in 1978's disco crowd. That unique style added a fresh layer to the genre, pulling in listeners who crave something beyond the typical dance beat. Foxy's cultural blend helped the song connect with a wide audience, crossing musical tastes with ease. It wasn't just a hit on the charts, it became a favorite for anyone ready to let loose on the dance floor. The rhythm and energy carried a vibe that felt both familiar and new, ensuring people kept coming back to it. That knack for blending styles set a high bar. Now, let's shift to a song that paired funky beats with a story about life's ups and downs. Theme song from Which Way Is Up by Stargard made a strong impact, hitting number 21 on the pop chart and spending 2 weeks at number 1 on the R&B chart. Unlike the typical lighthearted disco of the time, this song carried a deeper soulful style that spoke to something more meaningful while still keeping the beat alive. The involvement of Motown legend Norman Whitfield gave it that gritty funk edge. His signature production and songwriting shaped a sound that mixed danceable grooves with a reflective tone. The lyrics touch on life's uncertainties, making you feel the weight of every note as you move to the rhythm. Its ties to the film Which Way Is Up, starring Richard Pryor, boosted its reach. The song's message of uncertainty mirrored the movie's themes, giving it an emotional depth that went beyond just a soundtrack piece. It became personal for many, standing out in a year packed with music that often leaned toward pure fun. What elevated this above a simple movie theme was its raw energy and relatable story. You could sense both struggle and strength in its sound. A dance track with soul and soul-searching questions? Next, a cover that burned brighter than the original.
Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood, remade by Santa Esmeralda, peaked at number 15 on the Hot 100 in 1978. This disco flamenco fusion stood out from the typical dance hits of the year, bringing a striking blend of passion and rhythm that grabbed attention instantly. Following Nina Simone's 1964 original and the Animal 65 hit, Santa Esmeralda injected flamenco flair with sharp guitar work and fiery Latin rhythms. Their version wasn't just a cover, it pulsed with a dramatic energy that felt entirely fresh. The mix of disco beats with cultural elements created a sound that was both danceable and unforgettable, setting it apart on crowded club floors. A defining boost came years later when its flamenco break scored Kill Bill's duel scene in 2003, giving it a modern rebirth. That exposure brought the track to new listeners, extending its reach far beyond the original charts. The combination of bold style and a powerful film tie-in ensured it remained a recognized piece of music history. That ability to evolve and resonate across time shows the magic of a well-crafted remake. This dramatic flamenco disco remake proves how one cover can eclipse its past. Up next, a tune that mixes heartfelt emotion with a touch of humor.
You can't turn me off.
You Can't Turn Me Off in the Middle of Turning Me On by High Energy made waves, hitting number 12 on the Hot 100 and climbing to number 2 on the Black Singles chart. Released in late 1977, it carried its popularity into 1978, standing out in the disco era with a soulful sound and a humorous twist that set it apart from the usual high-energy dance tracks. Pam Sawyer and Marilyn McLeod crafted its cheeky plea for more, painting a picture of romance interrupted in a way that feels light and relatable. The lyrics capture unfulfilled desire with a smile, paired with a smooth groove that keeps you going. You can almost see the story unfold as the beat carries you along. Its crossover appeal supported its pop success, reaching fans across different musical tastes. That ability to blend soul, disco, and a touch of humor showed High Energy's skill in creating a track that felt both fresh and familiar. It connected with a wide audience, proving a good story and rhythm can go a long way. That charm in mixing emotion with a playful edge made it a hit people returned to. From playful romance to a rain-soaked dance floor, here's a soul ballad turned disco storm.
Just can't stand, I can't stand the rain.
I Can't Stand the Rain by Eruption raced to number 18 on Billboard's Hot 100 in 78. Originally a 1973 soul ballad by Ann Peebles, steeped in heartache over lost love, this version flipped the script with a vibrant, upbeat twist that redefined its emotional core. By speeding up the tempo, adding synth production, and showcasing Precious Wilson's powerful voice, they made it a dance floor staple. Wilson's dynamic delivery brought a fresh intensity, blending with the funky electronic beats to create a sound that was impossible to resist. The heavy production shifted the mood from somber reflection to pure energy, perfectly tailored for the disco crowd eager to move. Its reach went far beyond the U.S. charts. While it remained their only U.S. Top 40 hit, it topped charts in Australia and Belgium and hit the British Top 5. That international success showed how well the reinvention connected with listeners across different markets, even if broader fame didn't follow at home. What kept this cover alive in memory was its daring transformation. Eruption held on to the song's raw feeling but dressed it in a bold new style, proving one track can thrive in separate worlds. That reinvention leads us to our finale. Let's close with a sound that captures the thrill of a long-awaited break. Thank God It's Friday by Love and Kisses peaked at number 22 on the Hot 100 and led the disco chart for 6 weeks in 1978. This track stood out by capturing the pure excitement of the weekend's arrival, a feeling that resonated deeply in the heart of the disco era. Love and Kisses was a studio ensemble created by producer Alec Constantinos, allowing him to fine-tune every element of the track. He built a sound bursting with upbeat energy, reflecting that Friday night thrill of freedom. The lively tempo and joyful tone matched disco's spirit of fun, turning the song into an instant favorite for anyone ready to unwind after a long week. Its role as the theme for the movie of the same name made it the anthem of weekend release. That connection gave the track a wider reach, embedding it in the minds of listeners through the film's popularity. The combination of its infectious rhythm and cultural tie-in ensured it became a lasting symbol of disco's carefree vibe. That sense of breaking free through music captures what made 1978 so special. A week's work closed out with a disco celebration. Time to reflect on the unforgettable sounds that shaped those vibrant days. From soulful ballads to funky anthems, each track left an unforgettable mark on 1978's soundtrack. These one-hit wonders showed how a single song can capture a feeling or a moment that sticks with us for years. Which one hit brings back your best dance floor memory? Share your favorite below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more music memories.